Welcome to EPG Pathshala. This module is on environmental chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics is basically concerned with the measurement of reaction rates, whether it's a physical process or a chemical process. Since in environmental chemistry and atmospheric sciences, both these processes occur, therefore, measurement of reaction rates is very important. So, from that point, I would be discussing this unit. Chemical kinetics have great predictive value for environmental chemistry. In studying the kinetics and mechanism of environmental reactions, we can at least roughly estimate the residence times of polluting and non-polluting species. This is very important. For example, we release sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. We know that it is pollutant, it is harmful, it produces acid rain. For how long it will stay in the atmosphere, when this will disappear, this can be determined, this can be explained only if we know its reactions, their rates and their mechanisms. Okay, so it is so important. Our knowledge of several pollution phenomena such as ozone depletion, acid rain, photochemical smoke, etc. rests mainly on the study of kinetics of individual rate constants of thermal photochemical reactions involved. Actually, several reviews, books, monographs, studies are available on the compilation of these reaction rates in literature. Kinetics of mechanisms that are useful in designing pollution mitigation steps. Reaction rate and rate constant. What is the reaction rate? The first thing. During the progress of a chemical reaction, the concentration of the reactants decrease and those of the products increase with time. The definition is the rate of a chemical reaction is defined as the rate of decrease in the concentration of the reactant per unit time or the increase in the concentration of the product with time. Okay, for example, this is the reaction A to B. The concentration of A will decrease, the concentration of B will increase. The rate of disappearance of A will be minus d upon dt. Remember, minus is written to signify that the concentration of A is decreasing with time. The rate of formation of B is written as dV upon dt is plus. That is, since B is increasing, the rate of formation of B increases with time. For a general reaction, A plus B is equal to CC plus DD. Where remember, A, B, C, D are the number of moles of the reactant substances, reactants and products. The rate can be written in terms of all the four. For example, rate of the reaction is equal to minus 1 upon A, dA upon dt. That is the dA upon dt divided by the number of moles, that is A. Here it is B, it is divided by B. Formation C, D. Remember, the difference is the reactants have a negative sign, they have positive sign, and they are all equal. An important concept is chemical kinetics reaction order. Order can be explained in two ways. The order of a reaction and order with respect to a particular species which is reacting in this reaction. It is defined as the order with respect to a chemical species is defined as the power of the concentration of that species in the differential form of the reaction rate. For example, this is the differential form of the reaction rate. This is mathematical term, minus dO2 upon this rate, and this is the rate equation. Rate equation shows the dependence of the reaction rate on the concentration of the different species, K NO2 O2. So the power of the K's concentration is 2, this is power of this is 1. So by definition, the order with respect to N is 2, the order with respect to O2 is 1, and total order is sum of the exponents, 2 plus 1, so order is 3. So again, the power of this sum of the power of the concentrations that species is differential from the rate law. Consider this reaction. This very important reaction in atmospheric chemistry, the sulfur dioxide, that is oxide in aqueous phase in clouds. Iron is catalyzed. Iron catalyzes this oxidation. Sulfur produces actually sulfur dioxide dissolved with water. This is hydrogen ion. So this is order is in first or first, and remember this is negative first. So order can be positive, negative, 0 and also sometimes fractional also. Order can be half also. Molecular, this is another important concept. Molecularity is defined as the number of reacting species in elementary steps. This is an elementary step. This is what is an elementary step? An elementary step is one which from going from reactants to products passes through only one transition state. So this is elementary reaction. Now, what is the molecularity? The number of chemical species taking part in the reactant. On this side, left side, 1, 1, 1, 3. So, molecularity of this step is 3. Here the molecularity is 2. Here the molecularity is 1. This is not considered a species. In some books, wrongfully, the definition of the molecularity is given. Ignore, this is the real definition. Kinetics of reactions of different orders. Now we can, from the differential form of the rate law, we can derive, we can get integrated forms. Kinetics of zero order reaction. The reaction which does not depend upon the concentration of any species is a zero order reaction. And the change in concentration with time is a straight line, like this. No change, a straight line. And minus d upon dt, A is the reactant, is equal to K. It is independent of the concentration of A. If we integrate it, we get K equal to xt. K is the zero order rate constant, X is the amount reacted in time t, this case. First order reaction. The most important expression in whole chemical kinetics is first order. Because most of the reactions in environmental science, they are of first order. Biodegradation reactions, mostly of first order. A first order reaction is minus d upon dt equal to K into A. Means the rate of reaction depends upon the first power of the concentration of the reactant. This is the reactant and the power is 1, so this is the first order reaction. If we can integrate it, we can get log A0 upon A2 equal to 2.303 kT. A0 is the concentration of the reactant A at time 0 in the initial reaction, in the initial state, and this is after time t. The K is rate constant, T is the time. In the exponential form, it is written as At equal to A0 e to the power minus Kt. This another way of writing is this also. So this equation can be written in 3 different ways. This is the most popular form. Most popular form, this is the initial concentration, this is X is the concentration of substance reacted in time t, okay? And the first order plots you get, if you plot log A upon this versus time, you get this. Important point is unit. Unit of the first order rate constant is second inverse. This is independent of the unit of concentration. Whether you can use mole per liter, you can use grams, you can use volumes, even length, independent of all these. Second order reaction. This is again another reaction. Another order which is also found in chemistry. Many reactions are of second order reaction. In it, the rate depends upon the concentration of one reactant raised to the power 2 or on the concentration of 2 reactants each raised to the power 1 or first. This. 2 examples. A to the power 2, the power is 2, first, second order reaction. This is order is first, the total is 2, so this is also a second order reaction. There is only one reactant species, this. Or if we select conditions such that concentration of A is taken equal to B, A equal to B, then this reduces this. So mostly in studies, the conditions are taken such that this equation follows because it is easier to manipulate it and make calculations. On integrating, we get this equation. Third order reaction. There can be higher order reaction, A to the power 3, A to the power 1, B to the power 2, the sum is 3, ABC 1, 1, 1, the total order is 3, so there can be there. So likewise, now in atmospheric chemistry, this reaction is important. Oxidation of nitrous acid by oxygen in aqueous system, in rainwater or cloud water, this gives HNO3, and this is the third order reaction. The order of HNO2 is 1, order in O2 2. This kinetics of this reaction was studied in our laboratory. Pseudo order reaction, another very important concept. Order of a chemical reaction appears to be less than the true order because of experimental conditions used. Now, this is the expression. Now you can see the order is of this is 1, order of this is 1, the order of reaction is 2. If you want to simplify the reaction, what we can do? We can make the concentration of one of these two in large excess. Large excess means at least 10 times. If the concentration of ozone is 10 times the concentration of this, for example, if it is 0.01 and it is 0.1, it is 10 times, then what will happen? During the reaction, the change in its concentration would be very small. For example, if it is 0.01, it is 0.1. After the completion of the reaction, this is gone. This is reduced to 0. And based on the stoichiometry, what will be the concentration of this? 0.1 minus 0.01 equal to 0.09. Almost the same, little difference. So there will be little change in the concentration of this. So it is assumed to be practically constant. Its order is treated to be 0. So it is known as pseudo order reaction. When you will study its characteristics, it will behave as a first order reaction, although it is a second order reaction. That is the meaning of second order pseudo order reaction, which appear to be of lower order than their real order. Methods of studying chemical reaction, there are several methods, and it is difficult to explain each and every reaction, but just to explain, just to give a brief idea. Gas phase reaction. The major techniques are fast flow systems, flash photolysis systems, pulse radiolysis. Examples, techniques used in studying the atmospheric reactions of HO, Cl, Br, OH, radicals, etc. are atmospheric trace gases. Remember, they are important radicals. This is important in removing the pollutants by natural process. This is the Cl. This is important in stratosphere. Ozone depletion, laser flash photolysis, resonance fluorescence technique. Reaction solution, the most popular is UV visible spectrophotometry. It can be combined with stop flow method for faster reactions. Flash photolysis with lasers or lamps, or laser surgery lamps are not used. Pulse radiolysis using high energy ionizing radiation, ESR for detection of radicals and nesting characteristics. So this is one technique for where radicals are involved. This can be used for identifying radicals. Determination of rate constant and establishing the rate law. Now, we want to study the kinetics of a reaction. For example, this reaction. How do we know what is the order of reaction? What is the dependence of what is the order of this, what is the order of this? In the previous example, I told you, but here you are given to study it. What you will do? You will take these two reactants, and how will you do it? You keep the concentration of out of these two one fixed and vary other. For example, you keep O2 fixed and take different concentration of HNO2. In another experiment, you fix the concentration of this and fix the concentration of this, vary this. This is one method. Now here, this is given here. This. For example, that I told you A, B, C. There are three reactors. Their orders are unknown. Alpha, beta, A, B and C. Take this log rate equal to log K, log this, where A, B, C are the orders. Now what we do? We vary the concentration of A and keep the concentration of B and C different reactor constants. Then we plot a graph of log rate versus log A. Remember, they are all constant, this is also constant. You will get a straight line, the slope of that will be A, you will get the order of A. Similarly, next time, you keep this constant and vary this. And log rate versus log B, you will get a straight line like this, and the slope will be B. Third time you can do this. So this is the general method of finding out the order of reactions. Half-life, and another important concept. The half-life is the time during which the concentration of species is reduced to half its original value or initial value, that is half-life. For example, if the initial concentration is A, then half is A by 2. The time taken during which the concentration of A changes to A by 2 is half-life. It is the symbol is T half. For a first order reaction, remember this is T half equal to 0.693 upon K. This is the rate constant. These terms are very important. Lifetime, average time and residence time. In atmospheric chemistry, environmental chemistry, residence time is used. This is 1 upon K. 1 upon rate constant. Reciprocal of the rate constant is equal to the residence time. Okay, the residence time, it can also be defined as amount of the substance divided by the rate of outflow or rate of inflow. How much substance is present and how much has come or gone out of the system, and this is the unit. Remember, look here. This is K. T half equal to 0.693 upon K. 1 upon K equal to residence time. So T half equal to 0.693 into residence time. So this is the formula for calculating of residence time also. Photochemical reactions and atmospheric chemical reactions. Now let me tell you This lecture is not meant for discussing these reactions, but the entire atmospheric chemistry depends upon the solar reactions, photochemical reactions initiated by sunlight. So, photochemical reactions are very important. We will discuss in another module. Molecules interact with electromagnetic radiation of the appropriate energy, the solar radiation. Photon is absorbed and the molecule is raised to the excited state of high energy, and this excited state may undergo photophysical change, no chemical change. Energy is taken and released, luminescence, fluorescence, phosphorescence, or photochemical process where there is a chemical change takes place. Now, there are two examples. This very important reaction, NO2, HNO, lambda, that is the wavelength of light 390 nm visible, NO plus O3P, this is triplet oxygen, this. And this is used for formation of ozone. This reacts with O2 to form ozone. Another is photolysis of O2 in the stratosphere. This is this. Now, this is used in the formation of ozone in the stratosphere. This reaction is very important. Reaction mechanism. Now, I told you the rate of reaction, order, molecularity. Most of the reactions, they occur in several steps, several elementary steps. And remember, the mechanisms are theories. They are true until they are proved wrong. For example, this reaction, HNO2 reaction, the kinetics can be explained by these three steps. This must have three steps, and this step is slowest of all. This is rapid, fast, this is slow, and this is fast. The rate of reaction depends upon the rate of the slow reaction. So this is called the rate determining step. In a multi-step reaction, the rate of the reaction is determined by the rate of slowest rate, also known as rate or rate controlling step. The fast reaction following slow steps have no influence on the rate of reaction. For example, this one, you increase its concentration or decrease its concentration of this involved species, there will be no effect on the rate. But if you change this or this, there will be effect on the rate. Temperature dependence. When the temperature changes, the rate of reaction changes. And this is the well-known Arrhenius equation. K, rate constant, equal to A, pre-exponential factor, e to the power minus E over RT, where E is the energy of activation. E is defined as the minimum or threshold energy which molecules must possess in order to react. Whenever a chemical reaction occurs, the energy is required. And the molecules must have a minimum energy, only then it can react. If it doesn't have that much energy, it will fail to react. So this equation can be written as logarithmic form like this. If we have at two temperatures, at temperature T1, the rate constant is K1, at T2 the temperature is K2, at temperature T2 the log K2, then combining those two equations, we will get this. From this equation, you can calculate, numerically calculate. Numerical solution is possible. K2, K1 is known, T1, T2 is known, you can calculate EA. Or you can also do it graphically. A graphical solution is possible by plotting log K versus upon 1 upon T. You will get a straight line like this. The slope, from the slope you can calculate this EA. Catalysis. Most of the reactions, they are catalyzed. And what are the catalysts? Catalysts accelerate the reaction, but they are not consumed and don't undergo any chemical change. Their physical state may change. They can take part in the reaction and act through providing a path of lower activation, that is the difference. Main thing. Example of this catalytic reaction, very important reaction. In stratosphere, the ozone depletion is well-known phenomenon. How it occurs? A chlorine atom that acts as a radical reacts with O3, ClO, O2, and ClO plus O, Cl. So remember, O and O3, they are odd oxygen, they are reactive, they which are responsible for formation of ozone. They are removed by this chlorine, and chlorine is regenerated. This chlorine which has been regenerated again start this reaction. So this chain will continue 1,000 times. And that's why one chlorine atom can destroy hundreds or thousands of ozone molecules and lead to ozone depletion in stratosphere. Another important example is the iron catalyzed oxidation of dissolved SO2 in rainwater. There are thousands of reactions of catalyzed reaction in chemistry and in environmental chemistry. In the environmental chemical kinetics, you must have learned following concepts. What is the rate of reaction? what is its unit, how the rate of reaction of a chemical reaction can be presented in the form of both reactant or product, what is order of reaction, what is molecularity of the reaction, what is elementary reaction, how the order of reaction can be determined, the different methods have been briefly outlined, what is energy of activation, how energy of activation can be determined, and what is catalysis and what is the role of a catalyst in the reaction. Thank you.